Hello peoples! Well, I've got another theatre review. Last Friday I went to the matinee of Viva Forever. Now, Viva Forever, for those of you that don't know, is a musical based on the music of the Spice Girls. And apparently there's been like a major change to the show since it first opened back in November. I can't remember. How shocking is that? Um, and but I don't know about what the first version of the show was like, so I went along to the second version. And Spice Girls for me was my era. Like I was 7, 8, 9. You know, like I was around. I can't remember how old I was when Wannabe came out, but instantly from that moment on I became the most huge Spice Girl fan. Like I had all the books, I had the videos, like Spice World the movie, I had this video of them on tour for like making videos for their first album, which I can't seem to find on the internet anymore anywhere, so yeah. Viva Forever is at the Piccadilly Theatre where Ghost was, Greece, and I had two understudies on, and I had, what was her name? I had Carla Nella, who on for Holly, and for Lance I had Oliver Roll. Now Holly's one of the four girls who make up the band Eternity, with Viva, Diamond and Luce, and Lance is just like the TV presenter for the reality show that the girls all appear on. And basically, yeah, the storyline is these four girls are part of a band and they go on a reality TV show, but there's some rivalry going on between the judges, and the judge that they get adds a twist to it and says she'll only take one of the girls on, and she picks Viva, and so Viva kind of splits up from her friends, and like Viva's the main character basically, and she lives with her mum on a boat, and all sorts of stuff just keeps happening. Like she gets more and more famous. Her mum falls in love with this guy called Mitch who keeps hanging around the boat. And yeah, the judges' rivalry goes a bit too far at one point, really. The show is a bit of a mess. Like people have said, damned it, and said what a mess it is, and to a degree, yeah, it is. There's just too many storylines going on, and then some of the songs are really shoehorned in. Like it's unbelievable. The show opens with Wannabe, which is amazing. It's like I said, it's set in a reality show. It has all these screens, and it's like applicants saying what they want to do, like when they're famous and stuff like that. And then it kicks off with Wannabe, and it's all these other different like contestants on stage, and they're all singing, and then the girls come on. I had full cast apart from those two understudies. Out of the four girls, we had Hannah John Carmen on as Viva, so Carla Nella as Holly, Lucy Pelps as Diamond, and Siobhan Athwal as Luce. And out of those four girls, I actually thought Siobhan Athwal as Luce was like the strongest. There were times when her voice just seemed to overpower the other three, and they just stood out more. So I was really impressed with her. Lucy seemed to be the weakest of the four. Hannah as Viva was good, very expressive, like good acting. It's just a shame that like the show is a bit of a train wreck, really. There were moments in the show, and I'm not going to explain it all, like every little bit out, because it might ruin it for people that do want to see it. There are points in the show where you think, oh yes, this is good, and then it goes wrong, and it like the writing just veers off, and it's like, oh man, so close to being good, you know? It really has got some good points. Sally Ann Triplett, who I'd seen as Donna in Mamma Mia, she plays Viva's mum, and she's really good. I had Sally Dexter, who I had seen previously in Sister Act as Mother Superior. She was on as Simone, who's like the oldest female judge. Very good. Her costumes are like, they remind me of Sharon Osbourne when Sharon Osbourne did the X Factor. Simon Adkins, I'd really liked him in Wicked. I'd also seen him as Bob Crewe in Jersey Boys, and his character in this is like, it's a really camp Bob Crewe, but not a music producer. He's like the fashion stylist for the reality show, and it's just really, really camp. Who else is in? Yeah, all the there's some of the people in the cast I know and like recognise, names I recognise, which is good. Who put Bill Ward? Am I right? Yeah, Bill Ward plays Johnny. He's the other male judge. He looks too young to be playing like a 50-year-old judge. And Tamara Ward plays Karen, the other judge, and I tend to think like her character is based on Jordan / Kerry Katona, because she basically acts like this former pop star who's got a TV crew following around, and she talks all like Cockney London and like, oh my god, I can't believe it, oh my god, kind of thing, and it's a bit like, oh, this is, you know, the only way is Essex kind of feel with her. The person who plays Sally Triplett plays Lauren, the mum, and she's got a friend, the character's got a friend called Susie, and Susie's played by Lucy Montgomery, and Lucy's like hilarious. She comes on and does like all these funny Zumba things, and yeah, great cast. Like I said, the casting's good. It's just a shame that the musical lets it down, and the show ends like really abruptly. Like you can't even tell it's the end. It doesn't seem like final enough, and then like it just ends, and then all of a sudden they've got this remix going on of all the Spice Girls musicals. I really liked there was a scene with Lauren and Viva, and Lauren starts singing Goodbye because Viva's off to go to Spain as part of the reality show, and then Viva comes out and sings Mama, and it's like a great mashup between those two, and it sounds really great, and that would have been like, just those two singing those two songs would have been the perfect end to the first half. But then for some reason they have Simone coming out and singing, there'd be like 1 or 2 lines from Headline, which just make no sense to me. Like, I think it would be better if she wasn't in there for that bit, because then the show starts with Act 2 with like headlines and stuff. There's a great group number before Viva, with Eternity, the girl band, before Viva gets picked to go solo. Stop Right Now. I was nearly dazzled. I was sat like 4th row stalls, right in the middle, and I was nearly blinded because all the girls come out in like 60s wigs, and they've got these sparkly, like sequined silver dresses, and I'm like this, I can barely see them. And to be honest, at that point they sing Stop, and that song, it's like, it looks exactly like how the Spice Girls filmed it for their video. I did notice there's quite a few songs on there which aren't Spice Girls but were done by some of the individual girls, like Look at Me, Jerry Halliwell's song, that's in there. Yeah, there's just a few odd songs like that. Two Become One's in it, and I think it would actually be a perfect song for Viva and her love interest Angel, but it's not. It's said for Lauren and Mitch, and it's just like completely cringy. There are some musicals which have older couples like that, and they add a bit of cringe, but it's quite sweet in general, and you get the, oh, that's nice, they're gonna be together kind of thing. But Lauren and Mitch, it's just like really cringy the whole way through. You sat there, I was like this going, oh my god, what are they gonna do? Please tell me they're not gonna jump on each other. And yeah, I felt so bad for Sally Ann and the guy playing Mitch. I was like, oh my god, who writes this stuff? Seriously, they can't be enjoying playing these characters and having to sing that song. It just doesn't suit with them at all. People say that the Spice Girls haven't got enough of a back catalogue to do a musical. I think they have. And like I say, this show has got potential to be really good, but you know, they're not going to make any more changes now. Otherwise, it's just going to get a bit like Love Never Dies, isn't it? Spice Up Your Life was good. That was a good one. And oh, where was it? Do it, move it. Yeah, I as a Spice Girls fan, you know, I enjoyed hearing the songs, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't go back to it again, purely because, like I said, the story lets it down. You know, you can have the best cast, and you can have like some of the most awesome Spice Girls songs in there. If the story doesn't fit in well with it, then it's not good. So I was glad I saw it the one time just to see what it was like. I didn't have to pay very much for my ticket, but I'm not telling you how much because it's a secret. Shh. But yeah, worth going to see once, and if you can get a cheap seat, then yeah, that's good too. So yeah, that's my video on Viva Forever.